It was a really big win for us, and we came out with a lot of energy. We had a great crowd tonight, and yeah, I'm just happy we won. I think there really wasn't any flow in the game because the refs kind of just kept calling fouls, and there were little ticky-tack fouls and things like that. And I'm not taking anything away from the refs. I think they did a great job, but yeah, I think there was just there wasn't any flow, and it was just continued. The game continued stopping, so then we kind of got casual, and then yeah, so we just had to turn the switch back on. Yeah, we just came out with a lot of energy. It helps when you have all those people out there and screaming and yelling and helping us out, and yeah, we're thankful for the fans, and we have great fans, and yeah, we wouldn't have been able to do it without them.
Yeah, I mean, we played really well defensively. I thought it was a balanced game overall. It's easy to, when people talk about balance, oftentimes they'll look at the scoring, and it's easy to see when you look down at the score sheet that we were balanced. But I thought we were also balanced defensively. We had guys step up, make big plays defensively for us, big stops, things that don't show up in the stat sheet. And I thought our guys did a really good job defensively. Bryce, one of our best defensive players, if not the best defensive player, went down in the first half with 2 fouls. And we had him on Persons, who's just a heck of a point guard. And the rest of the guys stepped up, and it was big for us. And then the glass was also a big thing. We didn't shoot the ball particularly. It's interesting because I had a number of people on the way in say, well, you guys shot the ball great. We only shot 38% from the field, but 9 of them were threes. So we shot 50% from 3. And as they say, shooting makes up for a multitude of sins. Tonight, we didn't shoot the ball great inside the arc, but a lot of that has to do with Ball State's defense. This is a good win, one we needed. Had to hold serve at home against a really good Ball State team.
You guys came out fired, came out the gate really hot. How did you like your start tonight?
Yeah, it set the tone. We shot the ball really well. We shared it really well. We got stops early in the game. The first media timeout, I don't know exactly what we were up, but we were up a decent amount, and it was the start that we wanted. Certainly not the start. This was the flip of the Toledo game, the other night, and it happens. Playing on the road's not easy. I mean, it's just not. You got to pick up some wins here and there, and when you can, and we've played. We got the split last week with Miami and Toledo, and like I said, held serve here at home. But a lot of that had to do with the start that you talked about. We got off to a really good start. Yeah, I mean, there were a lot of free throws. We got into the bonus in a hurry in the second half, and that's something that may not be pretty, but it's something I like. We made 18 free throws, and Ball State attempted 10. And that's something that we try and do, is make more free throws than our opponent attempts in every game. And we try and play defense without fouling, and we try and be our number one key coming into tonight was be a contact seeker. We played really soft against Toledo, and tonight we were much more aggressive, much more attacking in nature, and we didn't settle for shots tonight. Got to the free throw line, that really helped. Oh, I don't know, momentum. I don't know if you want momentum, because that's a tricky roller coaster to get on. What we want to try and do is get consistency, and that's what we continue to work towards. I had a chance, normally I don't watch an opponent play. I certainly don't study him until we're done with this game. Last night, before our final film session, we bring the guys back at 8:30 last night. I got home for a little while, and the Kent State-Ohio game was on. So while I was eating some dinner at home, that game was on. I had a chance to watch a little bit of that until my kids made me turn it off and play with them. But they're a typical Kent State team, very athletic, got great guards. Zabo and Jalen Walker are outstanding guards. The big fella inside, De La Rosa, is a heck of a player. And then, this was the team that represented us last year in the NCAA tournament. I'm talking about the MAC. So a good basketball team. We've got to gain consistency. We've got to be able to play as well and shoot as well and play with the same enthusiasm, same energy on the road as we do at home. One of the big things was the glass. They're a very physical team, and for us to pull down 13 offensive rebounds was a big part of it. And then a guy that has not played a lot so far this year, we decided to go with. And Mike, and Mike came in, drilled a couple of threes. I don't know if there's such a thing as a bad time to hit a three, but he hit them at good times. I mean, they'd crept back in it in the first half. There was about 8, and I think he hit a 3 to take it to 11, if I'm not mistaken. And then he hit the other one right in front of our bench when they were kind of hanging around and maybe had scored a couple of buckets, and he had a big one right in front of our bench as well. He doesn't lack for confidence, and so I thought he did a nice job defensively. Defensively, that's where he's been struggling. That's where it's been tough to get him out onto the floor. But tonight he played a lot better defensively also. Yeah, I mean, this is University Arena. It looked we were back. This our guys feed off of it. I've said for years and years and years, there's no place I mean it. There's no place I'd rather be on game night than here. It's a great atmosphere. I was talking with a buddy of mine that's an assistant coach with the Milwaukee Bucks, and their video guy from the Bucks used to be at Akron, and he said that playing at University Arena was always the toughest place to play for them because of the community. He said the students are good, but the community shows up there, and we saw that today. Yeah, I mean, we feed off of it. It's cliche, but there's no question we do. The guys are excited to play in front of them. The students showed up today. They weren't quiet either. It was a good day all the way around.